Next, we have Westhaven Gold. I'm still getting used to the new name. They just recently changed their name from Westhaven Ventures to Westhaven Gold. Gareth Thomas, the president and CEO, is joining us. You can already see him on the screen. And Gareth, please take it away and good luck.
Okay. My name is Gareth Thomas. I'm the president, CEO, and founder of Westhaven Gold Corp. As Kai mentioned there, it's getting a little bit of time getting used to the new name, but that definitely reflects what we're doing here. And that's, as you see on the first slide there, that's a picture of our Shovelnose project where we currently have 3 rigs turning. And yeah, we're an ongoing 30,000 meter drill program. We got a dominant land package here on the Spence's Bridge Gold Belt, about 2.5-hour drive from Vancouver. I will be making some forward-looking statements today, so please keep that in mind through the duration of the presentation. Yeah, so 2018, Westhaven had a major high-grade gold discovery on the Spence's Bridge Gold Belt. We drilled, our discovery hole was 17.7 meters of 24.5 grams per ton gold, a little over 100 grams per ton silver. So that really put Westhaven on the map there. As mentioned, very good location, right off the major highway, off the Coquihalla, 2.5-hour drive from Vancouver. Kai, you were up there not too long ago, as you would know. Obviously, early success. We had quite a few high-grade holes in the south zone. The strike of 1.5 kilometers, that's actually improving and growing as we speak. We should have some news out here very shortly on that as well. This is your typical low sulfidation epithermal system. We like to say there's similarities to the likes of Hishikari, Kupol, and Fruta del Norte, some obviously world-class mines there, and we're seeing a lot of synergies with those there. Large land package, mentioned we have 4 properties covering over 37,000 hectares, and the whole entire belt is being staked, and we have a part of that as well, which I'll touch on here shortly. We're ongoing 30,000 meter program. We're certainly way ahead of that, so look for that to increase here in the near future as well. I won't go too much into our management team here, but you can see there a lot of success track record. As Hai was saying there earlier, obviously you grow your company around people that have had success, have sold things, and that's what we're looking to do here eventually. I will mention Peter Fishel there, our exploration manager. He was at Kupol with Kinross for 12 plus years, so his experience and really expertise in these low sulfidation systems has just been great for our group, and we're very happy to have him. And he was the winner of the recipient, I should say, of the Spud Hustis Award last year for MBC, or in January, for Discovery of the Year, based on Shovelnose here. And Ed Ballin, I should mention there, our technical advisor, was really the pioneer on this Spence's Bridge Gold Belt, and yeah, back in the early 2000s. A little bit about our structure here. Shares outstanding, a little over 100 million, fully diluted 115 million. Working cap, we're sitting at about 6 million today, and I think a big thing to take away from that is 30% is held by insiders here, something we're very, very proud of, and something we want to be aligned with our shareholders, and that's what we're doing here. Try to keep that at a pretty high percentage there. Now to the map of the Spence's Bridge Gold Belt, as you see there on the right side, Vancouver, you can see down at the bottom of your screen. The belt there, Shovelnose, is our flagship property where we have the ongoing 30,000 meter program. You got Prospect Valley just to the northwest of there, Skoonka again to the northwest, which we'll be drilling here, looking to mobilize rigs in the coming weeks. And then Skoonka North, our newest property to the north of Skoonka there. As mentioned, 37,000 hectares throughout here. Shovelnose is 17,000 hectares itself, so a very large project, and we're lots of work ongoing there now to find more south zones there. So, and obviously for some of your viewers and listeners who aren't super familiar with this area, you got Highland Valley Copper, about 40 kilometers as a crow flies from our Skoonka project, which is the largest open pit mine in Canada. I think it's about the 15th largest in the world. So very good jurisdiction. Lots of good. You got the Old Craigmont. You got New Afton producing. You got Copper Mountain to the south. So a very good area to be in. I should mention there in the kind of the darker beige, if you will, you see ours outlined in the lighter beige. That whole entire area was, well, 87% of it was staked by a group called Talisker. And we have sort of an alliance with them, which I'll touch on again shortly here. Just zooming in on the Shovelnose project, our flagship, as mentioned, 2.5-hour drive from Vancouver, 30-minute drive from Merritt, right off the Coquihalla Highway. You see it there. Our claims actually go over the Coquihalla. There's a power line on our property, and probably often overlooked, but very important to mention is it's heavily logged. So actually where our cell zone, where that first picture you saw on the first slide, that's all being logged there. We've hardly put in any sort of roads. It's been very, very good place for really grassroots exploration. And that, of course, equates to year-round exploration, which we've done the last couple of years, and we will certainly be doing this year as well. And our all-in drilling costs are quite low. Our peers in Canada there, you can see the comparison. And of course, that's all from our location there. We're advancing this, obviously, as we speak, 30,000 plus meter program. Many targets we're looking at now. I think we have a crew of about 35 at the moment, including geophysicists, prospectors, 3 drill rigs, looking at another rig on Skoonka. So things are really going there up in Merritt. It's quite a busy place, and that strike length there, as mentioned, on both in fact, all 3 of our zones has been increased, and we'll news here in the coming days. Some highlights from last year and the start of this year. You can see them there. I won't go through them all. Obviously, some nice high-grade intercepts in all 3 zones, and then this new discovery we mentioned, I believe, was in May. Was the Lear zone. You can see the 10.56 meters of 3.67. 3.3 meters of 7 grams, so mineable widths, if you will. So we're working on increasing the strike or the trend there at the Lear, as well as we're seeing lots of interesting things in around that area as well. So news to come on that shortly as well. Targeting the next cell zone, that's essentially what we're trying to do here. We have 17,000 hectares here, mostly are very underexplored. You'll see the south zone there targeted in red, and you see the vein traces. You can see the first if I had a pointer, I could show you the first, second, and third vein, which appears to be going a bit more to the north now, as we're finding. But we're quite confident that first vein zone is going to be heading up quite a ways to the north, and that's what we're finding here as we're currently drilling in the Mick target there on the more left of the map there, and we're looking to target the FMN zone as well. We also got a drill down on the Shylock down in the south there, which is a zeolite on surface, which is often a good indicator of you're in the higher parts of a low sulfidation epithermal system. So we're numerous targets on Shylock. I think we're on the second of about 5 down there, and we also have some CSAMT data, which I'll talk about right now as well. Just to zoom in there of the zones around the south zone that we're being drilling and testing, and at the moment we're really not concentrating much on the south zone. We're trying to find more south zones, and that's our goal here through geophysics, prospecting, mapping, going through a lot of our old drill data, just trying to narrow in on where we can find more of these. I think in Hayth's presentation there, you mentioned, this thing probably would have been discovered if it was, a simple thing to discover. So for us, it's you just have to, use things. There's not a lot of outcrop, so we're using a lot of other tools and to help delineate targets, which appear to be working here. As mentioned, the CSAMT. We started this in May actually, but due to COVID, we had to get parts coming up from the States, and was sort of slow to start. But what we're seeing now, we're very excited about. As you can see, the south zone there shows up quite nicely on the CSAMT targets. So the geophysics that's done there. So we see a lot of these look-alike south zone, which we're going to be testing. We have numerous targets, and we will be having some news on this soon. And just the processing of this survey takes a lot of time and effort. So we're seeing lots of good targets already, but we really want to make sure these are processed properly. And but we are actually drilling these as we speak as well. Some other properties as on the belt, as I mentioned there, we will be drilling our Skoonka project, which is our smallest one there to the north. This was actually the first drill program ever on the Spence's Bridge Gold Belt in 2005. The prior owner-operators, they drilled 12.8 meters at 20.2 grams per ton gold, and a total of 31 holes drilled, I think a little over 7,000 meters. And we, since acquiring that, we did a big program in 2017. Peter and the team unearthed a lot of interesting things, and that really was our flagship property at the time until we had the discovery at Shovelnose. So though we're not trying to take anything away from Shovelnose, we've always been very keen to get back and drill Skoonka. If we can prove our theory and what we've learned at Shovelnose and apply that to Skoonka, I think we're going to have some very good success there at Skoonka. So we're very excited to get that drill mobed in there. Like I said, hoping for late August, early September. Other properties, we got the Prospect Valley, which we did a little bit of drilling in 2016. Some very good grades there. Some very prospective property, Prospect Valley, hence the name. But that was one of the first projects ever found by Ed Ballin and the team back in the early 2000s. We last drilled that in 2016, but we're also looking to do a program on Prospect Valley. Skoonka North, relatively new project. We staked ourselves, and highest gold silt samples on the belt. So that's also very prospective there as well. So large land package as mentioned, and I'll skip through here as I've been told I'm short on time. Skoonka drill program as mentioned, just in the inset map down there at the bottom, you'll see we did some ground geophysics and soil and prospecting in 2017, and we're looking to follow up on those high grade intercepts. And we think this continues to the southwest, what we're calling the JJ West Zone. So we'll first have a drill down there, and we got about 13 targets, 2,500 meters planned, which could increase obviously depending on what we see. So stay tuned for news. We just had news out this week, but stay tuned for that as well. Just sort of starting to summarize here. Westhaven, we're sitting at $85 million market cap. There's some big boys above there, but they all started, well, a lot of these started off small. Fruta del Norte, obviously, everyone knows that story. So yeah, this is where we stand. We got a lot of lookalikes here. So yeah, $85 million market cap. Talked about all this, right asset, right location, early success, proven model, and we're set for growth here. So thank you very much, Kai, for having us, and we look forward to taking questions, and stay tuned for some news.
Fantastic.